Hey y'all, it's your girl Nelly Keys. Welcome back to the channel. And you are watching my Cities Skylines 2 Part 9 playthrough. So I'm your host, and if you're now just joining us, you missed a lot, but there's still a lot more to come. Make sure that you go back to the playlist and you'll be able to see it from start to finish. So this city literally started with two lanes coming in from a bustling highway. Well, I don't know if I would say it's bustling, but it's an active highway, I guess, that connected to cities. And so they gave us an opportunity to branch off, get two lanes, and build it into what we want it to be. So we've been building this city now for 8 episodes. This is number 9. So there'll probably be 50 plus in this playthrough. But nevertheless, you're getting in at a good time if you're now starting. As you can see, it's pretty vast. We got a lot of things going on, and this is my first Cities Skylines 2 city, so I'm still learning the game, still very new, still exploring a lot of the things that's going on. So make sure you leave any tips and tricks if you've played this before, and because I welcome them. I truly do. So what we got here is not a bustling metropolis yet, but it's getting there. But we do have about 8,300 people, and they're pretty happy, according to what the chirper says. And so they call this city home. And so we also got about 4.9 million in the bank, which I thought was a lot to begin with, but then I realized real quickly that some of the bigger things goes into the millions. So while that might seem like a lot of money, it is really not in the world of City Skylines. But neither here nor there. We've got that. So we feel like we're swimming in simoleons, but we're not. We're not, depending on what we wanna buy. So, but we'll need every penny, because today we're going to be tackling a bigger challenge. So in addition to kind of trying to make the road network a little bit better, I'm also going to be focusing very heavily on cargo transportation and boosting our population. So if you are not new and you're following my City Skylines 1 playthrough, which has over 50 episodes in it and counting, it's, the city of Varus is continuing to get larger. That city has over 133,000. I'm playing it on console, and my goal is to see how far I can go, how big I can get. So it's my biggest city yet, and my plan is to take this one the same way. So one of the big things that I definitely enjoy is the rails. So I have a fascination with trains and so you'll see a lot, like every single city that I have, I love the cargo station. I love the railways. I love them to be above ground. I love the way that the roads, I don't like them blocking the roads, so I typically either make the roads go over them or under them, because where I live, we have trains that they don't do that, and so it holds up everyone. But that's a conversation for another time. Either way, I love the cargo transportation, and so that is something that I have in like every single city that I've gotten. I always find a way to put railways, and recently, something I've never done before on my City Skylines Varus 1, my city of Varus, I for the first time ever did a monorail. So I'll probably do that on this city as well, but those items have to be unlocked. They're not something that you can just go ahead and add. So that's one of the things. That's why you'll see me upgrading roads here and there too, because one of the mistakes that I won't say it was a mistake, but it's a learning thing. It's a thing that you learn as you go. And one of the things that I realized is that you want to make sure that you have roads a certain way, so that if you do decide to put a monorail station, or not really metro, because metro can run underground, and I typically run my metro underground for the most part. That just has to do with my background of living in New York. Most of our of our rails in New York ran underground. You still had some upground ones that ran in Brooklyn and Queens and Staten Island, but for the most part, the metro ran underground. And that's how the network was able to get so large. Because anyone that knows New York or ever visited New York or had a glimpse of New York sees how congested it is and how gridded it is. And so there really is not a lot of space to run a rail above ground without messing logistically with the architecture. Well, either way, not to give a New York history, a New York a New York grid history, but that's what we'll be doing on this one. So one of the things that is not new, well, it is new to me, maybe not new to you, is the cargo now has like a maintenance thing, maintenance I can't think of the word. I get a harbor for them to maintain the trains. And so that was one of the first things I placed, and as you can see, I'm kind of placing it right now. So I ended up starting my cargo from there. And so that's really, you're coming in at a good time as you see me try to maneuver this. One thing that I recently learned too is that I have to be careful with the turns, because if the turns are not done a certain way, what will end up happening is the trains won't, like if the trains won't go down those paths. And so you can have unused paths if you're not careful. So that's one of the things that I am going to make sure that my cargo routes are efficient. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my traffic too much. Not that it could be any worse than it already is, but we'll see. It probably could. Probably could, but we'll see. So we're gonna make sure the trucks, the trains, and maybe even ships, if we get that eventually, run like a well-oiled machine. And while we're at it, we're also gonna work on increasing our population. So, because I mean, what's the point of having an awesome city if you don't have more people to enjoy it, right? Exactly. So more citizens means more workers, more shoppers, and yes, more traffic. So it's a constant balance that we're fighting for here. But neither here nor there. It's all good. We got this. So we'll be also diving into some strategic zoning. We're gonna be placing some new residential areas in some of my sweet spots where they won't be too close to the industrial areas, because who wants to live next to a factory? It might be good for a commute, but as far as air quality and everything and land value, that's not too good. So we'll be working on that. So make sure you sit back, relax. Let's work on building the best city that we can. If you like what you see, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all our city building adventures. So no further ado, let's dive in and make this city the envy of all city skylines cities out there. Ready? Let's do it. Well, city planners, that's a wrap for part 9 of our City Skylines 2 adventure. So we started with what I would say is a bustling population of about 8,300, and we had a whopping 4.9 mil in the bank. Well, fast forward to now, we've grown to a lively community of about 9,500 residents and still counting, but it looks like some people trying to leave, but we're gonna see what we can do about that. But we spent our money way down to like 2.1 million. So who knew that cargo transportation and boosting our population could burn through cash faster than a cat video goes viral? Who would have known? Anyway, I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for sticking with me through all of the road building, zoning, and budgeting dramas that we've had. And if you enjoy watching me juggle city planning like a circus act, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more urban adventures. Also, drop a comment with your suggestions or just to say hi. I read them all, and I do respond to most of them, the ones that's not rude at least. Anyway, until next time, keep your traffic flowing and your budgets balanced, and we're gonna see you in part 10. All right, Nelly Keys out. Y'all take care.